Ladies and gentlemen, they'll never get over it. Listen, Doc got OVO Maul and all the OVOs spiraling. I tried to tell you this Toronto show was like their D-Day. This was like, these two Toronto shows is what brought everything crumbling down, or at least is what made them acknowledge everything's crumbling down. So OVO Maul, the person who said that Kendrick wouldn't be able to do a show in Toronto without getting booed, violated, has now had to eat his own words and has now had to face the fact that he has some of the worst takes. Let's see if he doubles or triples down. Shout out to Chick Smooth. You know I was waiting for this video.
Salute to Chick Smooth.
Hey, Chick Smooth. Appreciate all the coverage.
If you haven't seen, I reacted to when Maul first said it, so this is closure right here.
I've been watching your shit for a while. I just subscribed to your shit too, bro.
I can't
Maul
wait.
is back at it once.
Sorry, hit the thumbs up button. Get this video to 5,000 thumbs up. If Maul has some of the worst takes when it comes to Drake or Kendrick ever.
Again, you guys, we can't keep letting Maul get away with this. After getting
Facts.
exposed for his
Shout out
bad
to
take
Chase.
last year, where Maul claimed that anyone that goes to see Kendrick in concert in Toronto would actually boo him.
Drake
Why?
booking a show at Crypto,
Of course.
selling it out,
For sure.
people enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking a show at the Scotiabank
Cat.
Arena and people not
A
showing
bigger
up
arena.
to just boo him.
That take from Maul was proven to be absolutely wrong. You guys all saw the videos from the Toronto concert, which
Even saying it out loud lets me know. I swear, when I heard Maul say this out loud, that's when I went, oh, this nigga don't be knowing what he talk about. Like I said, it was Joe Budden. Maul has to thank Joe Budden. Joe Budden gave this nigga all his credibility. And ever since Joe Budden, he hasn't gained any more. He's only lost. So let's say Joe Budden gave him 150 credibility points. He's like down to like 60 right now. So like I have not seen anybody post Joe Budden be like, yeah, Maul that, or like look at Maul the way they looked at Maul pre Joe Budden. I'm gonna keep it real. Like he's literally like a meme now for the worst takes and the biggest OVO glazer. Him and Academics, it's hilarious because him and Akadiddy, even Akadiddy be roasting him. Like that's wow.
It looked like these guys couldn't be happier to have Kendrick in Toronto. Felt like they were celebrating somebody's birthday. Now, as a podcaster, media personality, it's normal to have a bad take like this. It's
But
okay.
he's got a
The normal
series-
thing
a
for you to
series
do
of
will
bad
be
takes.
come in, address the fans, tell the fans that you were wrong, and say, hey, man,
thought he was
listen,
gonna
I'm
do
just
that?
up here to talk shit. Yeah, I was wrong. But not Maul. Nope. Today on the Rory and Maul podcast, episode 380, Rory and Damaris actually confronted Maul about his bad take regarding the Kendrick show, and Maul refused to take accountability.
Rory, I ain't gonna let you slide. If I was Maul, I would be like, Rory, you agree with some of that bad take, nigga. Don't know. See, Rory, that's your fault. That's your fault for conceding to stupid points for some reason. I don't know why. Rory will say Rory, I feel like will know Maul is 100% wrong, right? And then instead of saying that, he'll only treat Maul like he's 80% wrong to the point where he'll agree with things where I go, because go back to that clip, Rory was agreeing with some of the dumbest parts of that take too. He was the one fighting back but he was agreeing with some of the dumbass takes, what he was saying too. So, come on, Rory, huh? You deserve some of this too.
For it. Instead, Maul deflects, gaslights, and crashes out on Kendrick's Toronto fans.
Facts.
Toronto shows up for Kendrick. You want to talk about that?
I like her.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Man. Everybody been in my mentions. Everybody
As
been
they
hitting my
fucking
phone.
should.
Yeah, man. But you know,
We tried to tell you it was a shitty take then.
Yeah,
you.
but you know what
Rory
it is,
got
man. I be
confidence now.
underestimating how many fucking goofies are out here.
Oh my
man.
God.
How many idiots out?
Dog, when your co-hosts are getting to the point where they're like, oh my God, you hear it in Rory's voice. I hope Rory for now knows like, let me be more careful of just agreeing with certain things he says because he's not doing what I'm doing. I believe everybody has biases. It's impossible to live on this earth for any amount of time and not have a bias. I think Rory has a better, he be trying to check his bias a little bit more than Maul does. But I think here he learns, oh, this nigga ain't doing the same thing I'm doing. We're doing two different completely things. This nigga is 100% a Drake, like Maul. He like a Drake. He not here to give takes and break things down. He's here to glaze Drake. That's just what it is.
Out here in the world, like
Here
y'all went
we
and
go.
showed up for somebody that was
Here we
shitting
go.
on y'all.
No, Toronto is the third largest city in
Yes.
North America.
Right.
You don't think Kendrick Lamar has fans out there?
No. Kendrick, we know
Maul did not know that fact before this, by the way. He said he didn't know that. Nigga.
Kendrick has fans in Toronto, but I just, people were supposed to, that show, you were supposed to not go to that specific show. But
You contradicted yourself again, where you said yes. Rory saying that Toronto is the third biggest, and you acknowledge like yes, and then he goes, you don't think he'll have fans there, and you acknowledge yes, and then you go, but they weren't supposed to show up to this show, means that you didn't just listen to the first half of what you said. If you agree that this is the third biggest market, if you agree that he clearly has fans here, then why would you then say they weren't supposed to show up? Why? To make you happy, nigga? These are Kendrick fans. You take it as a diss to Canada. They know that it's a diss to anything anti-hip-hop. The they is hip-hop. Y'all are trying to make it some continent beef. Y'all trying to turn it to some xenophobia. No, it's not that, bro. It's hip-hop. Kendrick quite literally said who he was talking about, bro.
But
Why?
because he's shitting on the city of Toronto.
He's
Is
not.
he?
Where did he say?
What the fuck?
And then maybe if you said Canada, you would still be wrong. But why specifically Toronto? Why specifically?
You think
Toronto?
they not like us? Who you think? Who's they and they not like us?
You
Specifically,
That's you, Maul. It's not the Canadians. It's you. That's what. It's you. That's all the people who don't understand, not like us, them do this. Where I go, it's you, bro. It's not a Canadian thing. It's not a coastal thing. It's not a divisionist thing to be like, that's not. It's anti-hip hop versus hip hop. That's what you niggas ain't getting. And all you've already co-signed Drake's lawsuit, so you co-signed anti-hip hop. It's more about you, not like it's more about you than it is about any Canadian, bro. I'm gonna tell you that.
talking like
He's
about
talking about Canadians, nigga. Fuck you.
All of Canada is
Yeah.
cool.
And that's another thing too, is like if you're not really like that much of a breakdown person and you really don't think further, you can't see past your nose, you're gonna think it's a diss to Canada. It's a diss to Canada because that's the simplest package away, and it's because you didn't listen to the lyrics. This nigga literally didn't know what song Kendrick said what, and he literally was saying on certain songs he didn't listen to the Kendrick songs. So your opinion doesn't matter in this, Maul. I hope Maul knows when your opinion on this Drake and Kendrick stuff, it doesn't matter. We just use you as fodder to laugh at because
Crazy.
That's exactly who he was talking about.
No.
He was talking about Canadians,
wasn't.
Torontonians to be exact.
I
No,
thought he
he
was
wasn't.
trying to separate between people that are of the culture and the people that are not. And he's saying,
the white redhead gets it. But Rory always been more of the club. Maul will wear a New York hat and say things like dead ass and things that makes him, and then bring up his connections to his brother that's close to Jay-Z and think that makes him more. Nah, Rory's more hip hop than Maul is for sure.
they're not like us. And
Oh, that's what you thought? It's definitely not what he was saying. Yeah, so all you idiots in Toronto that brought a ticket to that show, just do us just
well,
stay in the house.
didn't they become us if they were at the show singing with him?
No,
Maybe they wanted to become us.
No, and that's why they're exactly why they're fucking goofy. Anybody that went to that show as a
Why are they
Torontonian is a goofy. You can't go to that show.
All my Canadians out there, all my Torontonians who went to that show, you or Kendrick fans or understand, you're not goofy. You're not. This nigga goofy, right? You ain't on video and your leg locking up while you listening to Drake. This the same nigga who, if you go back and I used to watch Joe Budden podcast. He has turned to the exact nigga he used to make fun of on the Joe Budden podcast. He's done so much things because on the Joe Budden podcast, he was like overly trying to be cool. He would say things were lame or wasn't manly that other people would say were like, oh, you're overdoing it much. And I guarantee you, if you were to go back to the Joe Budden podcast pre this beef and show the video of a nigga dancing to Drake like that with his leg locking up and some of the things he said about Drake, Maul would have called him a lame. 100%. 100%. I also think Maul at this point is battling fan bases. I think he's doubling and tripling down on the Drake stuff just because he's getting ate up so much by the Kendrick fans and he's internalizing that. and he's attacking Kendrick for it, but that's why he's going to be wrong most of the time.
Show, man, you just can't. You're not supposed to. Got to stand for something.
Can you just say that you were wrong?
About what?
You can't.
About what?
That you were wrong.
I'm glad you gave that whole spiel, and I'm glad when you caught up to this point. Everybody looking at you like an idiot. Everybody, the whole internet, and even your niggas, even the people in the room are looking at you like an idiot.
About your take about. Yeah, say I was wrong. I thought that they were gonna. He was gonna get laughed out the arena. He didn't.
Oh man, I mean, listen, man. SZA was there too, though. So
Do you like?
Oh my fuck. Okay.
we got to give SZA some props. Let's not act like a lot of people wasn't there to see SZA.
You got to be careful of a talking head who doesn't care about his own credibility. He knows what he's saying is stupid. He knows this is knocking off credibility points. Like I said, he's done nothing from Joe Budden but lose credibility. The next time that he speaks about music, niggas gonna remember this. So it's just like,
We're not doing
Yes,
that.
I think people were there for one of
okay.
the biggest artists.
Okay,
period.
all right, cool.
I think it's fine that any Canadian went to go see somebody they enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that.
Clowns.
So you're saying you were wrong because you had more confidence in the greater Ontario area.
No, nigga, you don't have to say that, Rory. He was wrong because he was wrong. He wasn't wrong because he had more confidence. That's you giving him, that's that shit I said. You're giving him an out. No, he's not wrong. Because now you're blaming the Canadians for why he's wrong. You're saying that, oh, so you're wrong, but only because you believe the Canadians should have had more. So it's actually their fault because they're disloyal. You're wrong because you thought they were so. No, nigga, you're wrong because what you said was stupid. It doesn't make sense. This isn't some Disney Channel movie, nigga. This isn't High School Musical, my nigga. That's not how it works. That's never how it's gonna work, and it probably wouldn't even work that way with Drake. So like, no, nigga.
No, I mean, we obviously know that Kendrick is who he is. Like, people were gonna go to a Kendrick show, but to see people from Toronto crip walking, like, what are y'all?
You
y'all
only get
niggas-
Crips in Toronto?
I don't know, but to be crip walking at a Kendrick show and being, you look stupid. You look
What? And they're gonna think I'm hating.
Not as
but
stupid as you.
I want to see the tour, but what is that section that they keep posting? Is there like a gang section?
No, niggas just dancing. Anyway,
It's a cool gig.
Yeah, but that was this.
that's enough. Y'all could go watch the rest. I don't want to react to this whole video. Go watch the rest of the video. I did about half of it, but yeah, as we said, we did what I needed. Maul is a goofy, and it shows again. Wow, Kendrick keep having these niggas spin, spiral, and all of that. Huh? Happy day after Juneteenth.